Didn't you guys end up going back to AWA for a little stint?
Yeah, once we did the Continental thing.
Anything interesting in Continental?
Yeah. Well, real quickly, Bullet Bob Armstrong had taken over. He was booking. Well, while we were there, we worked with Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller a lot. That was fun. That was easy. That was fun. We had a good time. Birmingham wasn't a very exciting place to live, so we had to make up for it in ways that we shouldn't have. It was kind of tough on the bodies and some of the partying and stuff we did back then. But we were okay because back then, man, if we were having fun, we were happy. I mean, of course, we wanted to be ultimately back at the top, but we kind of knew we'd get there sooner or later. So we was young and going to enjoy our fun, and we were pulling some fun out of it. It was hard work, but we were pulling some fun out of the Birmingham area. And it wasn't until some new people bought the company, and Shawn had signed an autograph on one of somebody's shirt. They were being a real wise ass to him. Like sometimes they do. Like, hey, sign my autograph. It ain't for me. I just, I don't even know who you are, but just sign this. Something to that effect. And so Shawn said, okay, and he wrote on the back of the shirt, he wrote, "I am a real big asshole." and that was it. So that person went and took it to these people, whoever. They were like, "Oh, look what one of your wrestlers did." And they took that shirt and brought it into these new owners were not even involved in wrestling. They just saw an opportunity that, hey, wrestling supposedly makes money. Let's buy this. They knew nothing about wrestling. And Shawn let them know that right away when they brought the shirt to him and said, "Did you sign this on this kid's shirt?" And Shawn says, "So what if I did?" And they said something about professionalism or something other. And Shawn ripped into them and told them about themselves. "What the hell do you know about wrestling? I've been doing this, blah, 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 blah. Y'all just don't know shit about whatever. And that night, Bullet Bob Armstrong goes, "Guys, sorry, you gotta go." And he goes,
So how long did you guys last there exactly?
About a month and a half. 6 fun weeks. But it was probably a good thing we got out of there, though, because we were working too hard for the fun we were getting. We were really having to labor to get fun out of it. And we were like, I remember Armstrong said, "You guys want to go ahead and work tonight, or y'all can quit now?" We kind of were a little hot about it, And Shawn said, "Let's go now." So we were good, and we left. And we got lucky enough. We were still kind of a warm item, a hot item, whatever. That Tennessee was like, "Yeah, come on up here for the Jarretts." And that's when we went up there and like I said, a little bit up with the Nasties. And we'd know them from AWA days, but that's when we moved in with them in a 1-bedroom apartment. And there was a struggle there in Tennessee too. There wasn't a whole lot of money being made. And it was there though that we had some crazy times there too, man. Everything from getting shot at to I was telling you earlier about, one of the Nasty Boys. Can I say that on camera? What he did?
Sure.
Pissing on Elvis's grave. Let me explain that too, because it sounds worse than what it actually is. We, on Friday nights, Saturday mornings was TV taping for Tennessee, for the Jarrett's promotion. And so they always have a spot show right near Memphis. Because that's where they did the taping. Friday nights in Memphis, there's some fun to be had in Memphis. So we generally be out and partying, and for the most part, we always still just went straight into the TV taping. Just throw the last beer can away and go right in and start getting dressed, get ready to work, or whatever you might have been partying with. But this particular night, we got this idea: let's go see Graceland. Let's go to Graceland. And I remember we pulled up to the front, and there's a little security booth thing, and we didn't see nobody. So the Nasties had a great idea: let's just climb over the gate and go up there. So they start climbing, and the security guy comes around. "What the hell are y'all doing?" And he recognized, Nasties are pretty recognizable with the mohawk things, and they're big old guys. And they were over there in the Jarrett's territory. And so they recognized him right off. The security guys, they loved wrestling. So they were great. We talked shit with them for quite a bit. But they said, we can't let you in though. I mean, we'd love to, but we can't do it. Be back in the morning. So we got TV taping in the morning. Sorry, this is nothing we can do. So we got back in the car and just said, oh, thank you. Shook our hands, drove up the street a little bit, and there's a road you can turn. It's going to be on the one side of Graceland property there. You park, and we went through some houses and got to a gate. And I'd done something to my ankle that night, so I'm limping along. And me, Shawn, and the Nasties jumped the fence. And Sags talking about his Army days or something or other. Follow me. I'll show you how to sneak up there quietly. It's a good way to. I mean, if you've ever seen Graceland and the way it's set up, I mean, it's a long way from where the guard gate is to up where his grave part is. But Nasty Boy Sags is saying, "Follow me. I used to be in the Army." He's doing this creepy crawl thing. And he's just stepping on every leaf just there. Just sounds like gunshots going off. Yeah, that's real good. He's just crackling all the way up to it, and Dobbs is like, "Oh, what the hell!" He just runs up to the thing, and Shawn follows him up. And so I was hurting. I got as far as I wanted to go because I'm thinking if we have to run, I don't have to go far to this fence. So I just kind of stayed by the fence, and I'm seeing them up there. They're big Elvis fans, all three of them. Shawn's a huge time Elvis fan, and Nasty's too. So I'm sitting there and they're like real silent at first, looking at where his gravesite is, and he was telling you there's a wooden fence, like horse looking, the two wooden rails type fence thing just around it. And they're on the inside of that, and they're just standing there real quiet. I think one of them, went down and kissed the grave, and that's when I heard Nasty went, "What the fuck are you doing? You can't piss on Elvis." and I think Sags was, "I'm not. I'm giving him some beer. It's just passing through my kidney first." and then with that, Shawn screamed at him or something like, "God, you can't piss on the grave." And it was getting loud. And I think the security gate, either the Bill Boothing either opened or there was some kind of noise where we thought somebody was coming. They all turn around and start hollering, trying to jump over that. They just tore that damn wooden thing down. They just tore it right down. And we scooted out of there. We got over the fence and got the heck out of there. But that was a hell of a thing to this day. I mean, Sags, he's got that memory of this no Elvis' grave, giving him beer, passing through his kidney first.
What was it like working for the Jarretts?
Man, there wasn't much pay. I mean, we were struggling to get by. Shawn and I, the Nasties I think they went, I don't know where the heck they went. They went to NWA, or if they went back to AWA, but they got out of there. They left. And we couldn't afford that apartment ourselves. That's how bad things were then. So we had found a hotel. It was like $14 a night. And so we were splitting that. $7 a night each, a night, split a hotel room. And it just barely had enough to do that. And we'd go to a Chinese buffet that was right up the road, like $4 for all you could eat. And we would just stuff ourselves. We didn't have to eat once a day. So, I mean, it was like $10 a day was everything. It was our food and what we'd sleep on. And then we had to have money for gas to get to the towns. And there was no money being made there whatsoever. But, I mean, as it evolved, we became the champions.
You guys worked as heels there, right?
Yeah, that was fun. That was the first and probably the only time would have made a bigger company that I've got to work heel, and that was a blast. We really enjoyed the hell out of that. But we became their champions. Then Vern called down and wanted us to come back and do some shots for him up there, which we did. I think that's when we worked with Midnight Express, who you were talking about with Rose as being one of them. And then we ended up getting that belt. One time we had the AWA belts and we had the Tennessee belts. What was their thing called? CWA. I don't know what the heck their company was called, but anyway, we had both belts. And then then Vern wanted us up there a little more often since we had his belts, which is where it came around to wanting another contract thing where in time we got to made a call to Terry Garvin again. And Terry was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, we got you another starting date."
So it's like the same thing all over again.
Yeah. But this time we came in there and we did like we wanted, and we still made an enemy. We did like the last time we were told, mingle, socialize, don't keep yourself. Well, this time when we came, we said, hell no, we're keeping to ourselves. Damn it, Andre didn't hate us for that because he thought we were assholes because Andre once Andre made a formed opinion about somebody, that was it. You couldn't even change it. And so when we came in that next time, we didn't go nowhere, said that with nobody. I think the big things we probably should at least went around and shook everybody's hand, like it's tradition in the business. But we were just so scared and didn't know if people hated us or whatever. The boys hated us, so we just kept to ourselves. And Andre saw that, and Andre, he right off the bat, he's hated us. So we still can, but I mean, yeah, but it went smooth from there on, other than Andre.